Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we will check fresh release from ICM. As you can see, it is modeled in 1/48 scale and it copies German radio communication vehicle from World War II, which is named as Sd.Kfz 260, and here you can see it on this beautiful box art. So as far as some of you can guess, this kit is based on the previous 48 scale release, which copied this armored wheeled car with huge antenna on the top, but this time we have slightly different version. As you can see, box and size is quite similar to what we saw before. Here you can see comparison with my hand, it's not that big box. On the side, as usual for ICM, we have some short information about the kit. So there are 77 and 3 parts inside, so I guess those 3 parts are PE parts actually. And here you can see one of the marking options. I think that's the one which we can see here as well. So the box structure is absolutely typical for ICM. So we have color printed top part. Now I'm trying to open it because it's a bit tight fit. So just give me a second. Okay, so here it is. As you can see, it's quite flexible and it's color printed. And inside we have this sturdy white cardboard box which has this inside. So here you can see everything what is hidden inside. Now let's jump in to those plastic parts. So all parts are packed into the same plastic bag. Note that those hull parts or hull parts, which are molded as one-piece parts, are packed without any security, without any boxing, so be careful, and if you have a chance to check them, I would rather do it, because who knows, maybe postal service or delivery service will be rough with them. So here you can see we can try fitment. I'm not sure which side should be though. I think like this. So here you can see it. Of course you will need a bit of, let's say, pressure, but otherwise, as you can see, fitment is really nice. We have separate doors. Of course on the top you have to assemble separate top section. Also you will have to add all suspension parts. As you can see here we have pre-molded springs, but that's pretty much all. And of course other elements like headlamps and front bar, everything is molded separately. Inside there is almost nothing. Why? Because it doesn't have the interior detailing, so don't expect any seats inside. Next we have a plastic frame. Here you can see it, and this one is supplied with these nice plastic wheels. Also here we have separate rims, and as some of you said in the previous video review, you can choose between these plastic parts and also these vinyl tires. So I really wonder who will be choosing vinyl tires over the plastic parts. Nevertheless, we have it as a standard option in the kit, so it's quite nice. And overall molding quality is really good. I don't see any flash on the parts or any other possible damage. And even those tiny parts, you can see their size in comparison with my finger. They're really nice, and the only thing required from you is to carefully separate them off the sprue, because this part might be tricky. Next we have wheel rims. Those should come handy for vinyl tires, or maybe for some scratch building if you would like to replicate something else on your vehicle. Then here we have the top section, and note this quite nice antenna. Why it is nice? Because it will be tricky to separate because it's thin, so I would rather replace it with metal rod, but again it will be up to you. But I think professionals will do it because metal rod will be more durable and easier to work with. And last plastic sprue is dedicated to this set of parts. So here we have one piece suspension axles, or just axles, wheel axles front and rear, with rod in the middle, and everything is molded as a one piece assembly, so you just separate it and install straight away on the lower hull part. Here you can see the main gun, which is also as a one-piece part, and here we have some Pioneer tools which are also molded together with these special clamps, so be careful while painting those. And those parts will go on the top. So as you can see, there is not that much detailing, even though you will be able to see inside, let's say, section of this area on the vehicle. And then we have 3 parts which were mentioned separately. Those are PE parts, as I said before. Here they are. These are unpainted parts, and of course you will have to bend them in order to get the final appearance. They look quite good, and I mean, they will provide more or better detailing on your model than typical plastic parts, so it's a clear improvement over what we saw in the previous ICM kits. It's nice to see that Ukrainian manufacturer decided to include such bonus into their kits. Then we have assembly manual. This one is a typical ICM brochure. We have here a short history note in Russian and English, technical specifications, paints chart. Then we have parts map, and note that many parts won't be used. And then we have this small decal sheet. Here we have all necessary symbols for several marking options. We will see them in the end of this manual. Here you can see that assembly process starts with these 2 big parts for the main hull. Then we continue with drivetrain, we attach wheels, and what's next? And then we assemble all the top section. In total you will have to perform 25 steps. And here we have 2 marking options. So here is the first one, and here is the second one. And then we have another 2. So here is the third one, and here is the fourth one. I guess this one will be quite interesting to replicate in 1/48 scale, but of course final choice will be up to you. So that's all for this kit. We don't have any other items left around, so it's another nice small vehicle from ICM, and it's quite surprising to see this manufacturer releasing 48 scale vehicles. And as far as we know, there are only few manufacturers in the market which are actually taking into account this scale for armored vehicles, so it's nice to see that we have another one who is producing new kits in this size. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit. Would you assemble it, or is it good for you? Just write it here in the video description below. There should be comment section below. As for the video's description, there should be link for the review article with detailed photos of this kit, so just click it and check photos as well. And of course, if you want to help us, just press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because it will help us greatly. I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye!